Good evening, guys. Today is 22nd Feb 2019 and this is Daily Current Affairs brought to you by Neo IAS. And our topics are Middle East Security Alliance, that is MESA, Inner Line Permit, MISA-TOMA, All India Citizen Survey of Police Services, our usual sessions MAPED program as well as PQRS. And our very first topic is the MESA, that is Middle East Security Alliance. And we are aware about the tensions between Iran on one side and Saudi on other side. Recently, the Saudi Arabia, Israel and UAE are joining more close together in order to tackle the Iran or in order to make actions against Iran. So, at the instance, US made a new alliance or a US backed alliance was made and it is called the Middle East Security Alliance or MESA. It is also referred to as Arab NATO because who is the key player of NATO? We know it's US. And even in the formation of MESA, the key player was US. Thus, it is also often referred to as the Arab NATO because it is US sponsored. And the importance of such alliance is it would constitute a unified bloc against the Iranian influence in the particular region. So, this MESA would constitute a unified bloc against the Iranian influence in the Middle Eastern region. I already told you the MESA is a US sponsored alliance and also referred to as Arab NATO. So, coming to the members of MESA, the main members are GCC countries that are part of the Gulf Cooperation Council and plus two other nations are also there. So, we are aware about the members of GCC who are Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, UAE and Oman. And along with these 6 GCC members, other 2 members are also there. They are Jordan and Egypt. So, we can say the membership of MESA is like GCC plus 2. And the one is Jordan and the other is 2 who are, that countries are not members of the GCC. So, news is about the Middle East Security Alliance MESA. It is a US sponsored security alliance of Middle Eastern nations against the stronghold of Iran and the members include GCC countries plus 2 that is Jordan and Egypt. And our next news is about the Inner Line Permit. Recently the Nagaland governor declared that the entire state would be inside the Inner Line Permit. So, that means the entire state would be included or the Inner Line Permit will be applicable throughout the state including Dilmapur. So, what is the significance of Dilmapur? Dilmapur is actually a commercial hub of the state Nagaland. And the Inner Line Permit was applicable throughout Nagaland except Dilmapur. But now the governor declared that Dilmapur will also be included in the process of Inner Line Permit. So, what about Inner Line Permit? Inner Line Permit is an official travel document issued by the government of India. Okay, it is an official travel document, for example, like a visa. Okay, if an Indian citizen wants to enter or go into some particular protected or restricted areas or states, he has to possess a Inner Line Permit or in short form ILP. So, if a person wants to go to some protected places such as Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Mizoram, okay, if you are from any of the other state and you want to go to the Nagaland, Mizoram or Arunachal Pradesh, you have to take a permit that is called as Inner Line Permit and it is a kind of a visa. No, I am just saying as an example, it is not a visa but it is a permit. That permit, a person who possesses that particular permit could only enter these 3 states. And our news is about the Nagaland. Earlier, Nagaland, all other places of Nagaland are only allowed to enter through Inner Line Permit. Now, even the Dilmapur, it is a commercial hub of Nagaland also included in the ILP. That is, now the Nagaland state is entirely under the Inner Line Permit. So, if a non-Naga want to enter into any place including the Dilmapur, he should possess an Inner Line Permit. And I already told you the 3 states where Inner Line Permit is necessary, that are Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. The Inner Line Permit is issued under the Bengal Eastern Frontier Regulation 1873. Okay. If you are a layman, you can enter into these places only with an inner line permit, but the provisions are not valid for a central government employee. If central government employees can enter into that particular places without inner line permit, and usual expiry of an inner line permit is 7 days. Anyway, it can resume. We can reapply for the inner line permit if you are staying in those particular states. And our next news is about the mycetoma. Mycetoma is a chronic inflammatory disease, usually in the foot or in the legs, in the foot, but it can spread into various other organs. And the infection of mycetoma is caused by certain fungi or bacteria. Okay. Coming to the distribution of mycetoma, the causative organisms of mycetoma are endemic in the tropical and subtropical areas, in some particular tropical and subtropical areas, and those areas are collectively called as the mycetoma belt. Mycetoma belt. And it includes, the mycetoma belt is the area where the causative organism of mycetoma is endemic. And the mycetoma belt includes the Venezuela, Chad, Ethiopia, India, Mauritania, Mexico, Senegal, Somalia, Sudan and Yemen. So these places or these countries are under the mycetoma belt, where is the mycetoma causative organism is endemic. And coming to the transmission, I already told you it is a disease of foot. The transmission of mycetoma disease occurs when the causative organism enters through an injury. Okay, if you have an injury, for example, a thorn prick in your leg, okay, then the mycetoma causative organism can enter into your injury. Okay, enter into your body through the particular injury. And the disease is very common among the poor barefoot populations in these endemic areas or in these rural mycetoma belt areas. So news is about the mycetoma. Mycetoma is a chronic inflammatory disease, usually of the foot, but it can spread into any way, and the infection is caused by certain fungus or bacteria, and the distribution is mycetoma belt, in which India is a part. So India is a part of the mycetoma belt, and the causative organism is endemic to India also, and the mycetoma belt have Venezuela, Chad, Ethiopia, Sudan, Mauritania, Mexico, etc. And the transmission is mainly through the causative organism enters into our body through the injury, and it is very common among the barefoot populations of these endemic areas or mycetoma belt. And this is the picture of a foot having mycetoma. It is a severe chronic inflammation. You can see it also spread into the various parts. And our next topic is the All India Citizen Survey of Police Services. And it is a survey to assess the impact of police services. This survey is conducted to assess the impact of police services, and the survey is conducted in order to improve the service delivery in policing and to enhance the public satisfaction among the police people or the police services. And the survey is conducted under the auspices of Ministry of Home Affairs, and the Ministry of Home Affairs has assigned the Bureau of Police Research and Development, to conduct the Pan-India survey of police services. So I already told you the objective, it is to assess the impact of the police services in order to improve the service delivery in policing and to enhance the public satisfaction in the police services. So the Bureau of Police Research and Development is to conduct the Pan-India survey, and the Bureau will conduct the Pan-India survey through National Council of Applied Economic Research. National Council of Applied Economic Research, that is NCAER. And the Ministry of Home Affairs is the ministry, and the Bureau of Police Research and Development will conduct the survey through National Council of Applied Economic Research. And National Council of Applied Economic Research is an oldest and largest independent economic policy research institute in India. It was formed in the year 1956 by Dr. Jawaharlal Nehru. And NCAR is the India's oldest and largest independent economic policy research institute in India. It was set up in the year 1956. And on mapped program we have Luxembourg. Luxembourg is said to become the first country in the world to make all its public transport free. We all do have public transport and we are paying for it. But Luxembourg becomes the first country to make all its public transport for free. Okay. And the Luxembourg is a small landlocked country in the Western Europe and it is bordered between Belgium, Germany and France. You can see this is the map of Luxembourg. Just focus on the tri-junction between Belgium, France and Germany. You can see a purple spot there. You can see a purple spot there, that is Luxembourg. Okay. Luxembourg is a small landlocked country because this country is landlocked by France, Belgium and Germany and is a landlocked country in the Western Europe. Okay, fine. And it is considered to be one of the 3 official capitals of the European Union. And is one of the 3 capitals of the European Union. So why Luxembourg is in news? Because Luxembourg made its all public transport entirely for free. And it is a landlocked country in the tri-junction between Belgium, Germany and France. And it is one of the official capital of the European Union, that is EU. And our final session is the PQRS, on which we have a question from 2011 prelims in the economy session. And the question is about, why is the offering of teaser loans of commercial banks causes a economic concern? And the statement 1, the teaser loans are considered to be a subprime lending and the banks may expose the risk of defaulters in future. Statement 2, in India, the teaser loans are mostly given to inexperienced entrepreneurs to set up manufacturing or export units. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, D, neither 1 nor 2. So the question is about teaser loans and they have some technical words like teaser loans, subprime lending, entrepreneurship and all. So we have to be aware about these words in order to answer the question. So what is a teaser loan? A loan is said to be a teaser loan when the bank offers the loan initially at a lower rate and after years they will charge a higher rate for the loan. Okay, a loan is said to be a teaser loan. Teaser loan is nothing but if you are getting a loan from a bank and they said that for the first 3 years the interest rate for the loan would be 2% and after the 3 years the interest rate would be 8%. That is the normal lending rate of the bank. So a teaser loan is a loan in which the interest rate is or the rate in the initial years is lower when compared to the final years, or in the final years they will charge the base rate. That is a teaser loan. And when coming to the first statement, the teaser loans are considered to be an aspect of the subprime lending and banks may be exposed to the risk of defaulters. So I already told you what is teaser loan. And coming to the subprime lending is a category of lending in which the banks provide loans to borrowers who are less likely to repay. Subprime lending is a category of money lending in which bank provides loans to borrowers who are less likely to repay. So borrowers who are not interested or less likely to repay or defaulters. So the subprime lending is if a bank giving a loan to a defaulter, okay, a person who is less likely to repay or not repaid in the who having a lower credit score. That is called subprime lending. And the RBI observed that many banks at the time of the initial loan appraisal do not consider the capacity of borrower. So the RBI observed that banks give teaser loans without knowing or without understanding the borrowing capacity or without considering the borrowing capacity of the borrower. So the statement 1 is right because the teaser loans are considered to be an aspect of subprime lending. Subprime lending means lending of loans to persons who are less likely to repay. And the RBI observed the same fact about these teaser loans. Fine, the statement 1 is right. And coming to statement 2, in India, the teaser loans are mostly given to inexperienced entrepreneurs. Actually, the teaser loan has nothing to do with experience in entrepreneurship. They are also available for home loans as well. So it has nothing to do with entrepreneurship or experience. In various sectors, teaser loans have been given even as home loans. So the statement 1 is right. The teaser loans are part of the subprime lending, but statement 2 is wrong. So the answer is option A, 1 only. Thank you so much for watching. For detailed news and explanation, you can refer to the PDF which is available in the description section. Please do watch, share, like and comment below. Thank you so much. Good night.